Okay, guys, so if we look at the forex calendar, okay, today is 9:45, 10 o'clock PMI for Friday, so we might have a nice silver bullet, right? But okay, what are we seeing here? I see sell side being cleared on 15-minute chart. Okay, so sell side is being cleared here. Sell side. Okay, and I'm gonna. So right now this is a inversion fair value gap. This CB has to act as an inversion fair value gap, and we're gonna aim for the upside. Okay, so we're gonna try to enter in this 15-minute inversion fair value gap because right now we are at a really nice discount. Okay, of this inversion fair value gap. This relative figure high is where I'm aiming for. So on the 5-minute chart, so where is the midpoint, which is right here, and this fair value gap? I actually would like this fair value gap to stay open. So, but if we go long, okay, the 15-minute fair value gap, we can refine it into this 5-minute. No, it's actually the same one here. Okay, so if there's two fair value gap here, so what we're gonna do is right now, since body still haven't closed above it, okay, body still haven't closed above it, so I will still see, do we want to reach for lower here? Okay, unless body close above it, I'll enter at this BC, but right now bodies haven't closed above this CB. Okay, that's why I'm not going to enter at this BC, and I'm going to enter at the lower one here, because if you put your feet, you can see the discount is 6540.5, but we will still draw both for the fair value gap, and we have a look in lower time frame what can we find. Okay, so these two in particular, these two fair value gaps. So it's from 15-minute chart. Okay, I'm seeing the lower time frame from 15-minute chart. Okay, so this is how 3-minute look like. Okay, so nothing much, but 1 minute. Okay, so on 1 minute, the 5-minute fair value gap, there is no 1 minute fair value gap. Okay, but under one, we have a couple of fair value gaps here. Okay, so still gonna try to enter at the most possible area that I want to enter. Okay, so right now we'll see. Because on 1 minute chart, right, there is no CB here. So, but on 5 minute, we see this nice rejection. So basically, on 1 minute chart, I'm gonna expect. I'm gonna expect very nice. Okay, you're gonna buy here actually. Why? Because the inversion fair value gap is already okay. Because the inversion fair value gap is we already close above it. That's why I choose to go long. Stop loss gonna place right here. A rather big one. Anyway, if we go down 3 minute, we'll have a look. Nothing here. 1 minute. Okay, this volume imbalance, this swing low here. Nothing here. Based on the 3-minute chart, also this is this fair value gap here, but actually it's nothing because this fair value gap is based on the 5-minute chart. Okay, so right now my stop loss, I'm just gonna pull it right here. Okay, what is a short scalp? A short scalp is to this swing high, to this buy side. That can be a very nice level. So right now my stop loss is I'm just gonna pull it to right here first. Okay, means what? Okay, so this is seen as an order block. Okay, so this is seen as an order block. And right now here we have a fair value gap. So right now we can do this fair value gap, we're going to expect this swing low to stay intact because this swing low is the 5-minute swing low, remember? Okay, and I'm just going to take the TP at the buy side here. Okay, this is the 1-minute chart. So we can pull the swing low right now. Close to here. 3-minute. Okay, we're getting close to that buy side level. And actually it's the equilibrium level also of this area, of this implied dealing range. From this buy side pull down to here. Okay, we are already in the premium range. So actually I wanna pull it higher a bit. Okay, because I think we're gonna go higher because we already reached the premium. So right now I'm gonna expect I'm gonna actually at least get at this order block here. Okay, because this is the implied dealing range from here to there. The buy side is the terminus. And let's pull out the 70.5 retracement level. Okay, don't have 70.5 everything. Okay, never mind, I'll just add my own 0.705. Sorry, 705. Okay, so 0.705 is the retracement level right at where the order block is. Okay, so that is a good area to take the profit target. So I'm going to take it right here. Okay, 54 is a nice number. Okay, so we're going to see this inversion fair value gap. We're going to see this inversion fair value gap to not be respected. Okay, goes to the OTE level, 70.5 level. So what is this trade based on? Again, I'm going to go to the 15-minute chart so you guys can see what is this trade based on. So here, sell side is cleared here. Okay, and we are trading inside this 15-minute CB right now. Okay, so sell side cleared, close above this inversion fair value gap, reach the premium level. Here buy side super clean, and the OTE level is here. Okay, so I'm using that model, ICT, that model. So generally, if we use that model, right, sell side cleared here, right, then we're gonna, it's which candle? It's this candle, right? This candle's opening price. So which candle cleared the sell side? This candle. So we're gonna place a stop open here. Okay, so I entered right at there, and the stop loss has to, if follow 15-minute chart, right, the stop loss gonna follow this at this swing low right here. And then TP is gonna aim for here. Okay, anyway, I'm gonna draw and measure this 15-minute fair value gap at the quadrants. Okay, so we can see my take profit level is right at the upper quadrant level because it's the 70.5 retracement level. But do I feel comfortable taking it there actually? To be honest, I don't really feel that comfortable taking it there. I'm comfortable if it can reach to the CE of it here, to be honest. To be very honest with you guys. Okay. I'm really very contented if you can reach here. So we're just gonna leave it at here. And then, so basically on the 50-minute opening price, guys, that was where I entered, man. So this candle was where we entered. This candle's opening price is where we place a stop order. Okay, so boom, so we got in at here, and where I enter is right at the stop order, man. Can you guys believe it? Unbelievable. Okay, and look at this. The fact that this 15-minute CB, this 15-minute BC wasn't traded to, didn't even touch CE of it. That shows firmness. So right now I'm trading based on that firmness. I want to continue to go higher. So this is the 15-minute fair value gap, but 5-minute is right here. It's on top here. Okay. So basically, let's go 3-minute. Okay, so the 15-minute fair value gap is also this. Okay, the 15-minute fair value gap is this long one. Okay. So then right now we have two fair value gaps here. Order block not even traded to, but price can be traced to the order block right now if it wants to. Okay, because seeing how it close here, reject higher, leaving this fair value gap, and we're going to measure these wicks, and you guys are going to be surprised. We're going to see something. And I measure these wicks here. Okay, the C of it, bam, shoots higher, leaving open this buy side right now. Price is allowed to retrace into this fair value gap, no problem. Because right now 5-minute is forming another fair value gap. Okay, so we can use this and measure here. We'll measure here to here. Okay, and by measuring this, I can see that we are staying above the lower quadrant of this 5-minute wicks, and this might be a immediate rebalance. Okay, on the 15-minute chart. Okay, guys, this might be an immediate rebalance. And right now, buy side engineered here entered this BC, and to be honest, I think if price can, this is the 15-minute CB, but this is not the 15-minute CB. Okay, this is the 3-minute CB. If we go to 5-minute, the 3 minutes here, 5-minute is here. Okay, then there is the 15-minute one. So 15-minute, we're going to refine it to 5-minute. Okay, and we're gonna refine it down to 1 minute. Okay, so look at this on 1-minute chart. It's a fair value gap form. Here, look at that. So remember what I said, guys? You guys are gonna be shocked, man. If I show you guys this fair value gap, I'm gonna tell you I don't want to see this fair value gap being filled at all. Why? Watch this. If this is a 5-minute fair value gap, we go down 1 minute. What can you see? This 5-minute fair gap is here. But this 1-minute fair value gap is traded to which form the 5-minute fair value gap. And in my previous studies, when the price do this kind of thing, right, I'm not expecting it to even trade back to the 5-minute fair value gap. Means it's really firm. Okay, and there we go. And there we go, guys. Right now I'm gonna pop my stop loss into risk free. I'm not even expecting price to reach for this 5-minute fair value gap. Okay, and we're gonna get filled. Okay, no problem. Stop loss at risk free trade already. Bam, there we go. Easy peasy. And on top here is the 70.5 retracement level. See, do we get it? Oh, guys, this is really a beautiful ass trade, man. Beautiful. Damn freaking beautiful. Get the 70.5 retracement level and I'm done. Come on. Come on, just a little bit more here. Okay, right now stop loss is going to be trailed to here. Okay, let's just pull out one line for the stop loss. Okay, I'm going to make it orange. Okay, so right now my stop loss, I'm going to trade it to just right here. Okay, so there we go. So guys, easy peasy. I mean, like, when you know what you're doing, then you know what you're doing. Okay, and this is the, okay, if you go 15 minute, okay, 6555.25 is the, okay, why is 6555.25, guys? 655.25 is the implied dealing range to this buy side here. Okay, so hear me out. What did ICT say today? ICT said that institutional order flow entry yield will occur at 0.5 level and above. There we go. Where this immediate balance from? Above the 6555 level. Okay, below the lower quadrant, below the upper quadrant level. Okay, so let's pull out the upper quadrant level also. Anyway, guys, I'm already out of the trade, so right now it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if it's a good one or it's a bad one. It doesn't matter, because look at that. $60 divided by 5, 12 points. I harvested 12 points from this entry here. 6552.5. Okay, so I entered on this 15-minute inversion fair value gap. And there we go. Immediate rebalance. Why did I draw this immediate rebalance? And why did I expect this 5-minute fair value gap not to be filled? Okay, because if you go to 1 minute, you will see that where I draw the imbalance is literally the 5-minute fair value gap forming it. Okay, beautiful. That is why through my past studies, when 5-minute form a fair gap but is traded inside a 1-minute fair gap, most likely the 5-minute fair gap we won't even expect it to be traded to, and it's going means what? It's going to show firmness, bam bam bam, reach up here, and there we go. Here is where, here is the upper quadrant of the 15-minute CB. So is retracement allowed here? Definitely. That's why you see price retracing right now. Okay. Anyway, I would have get out of the trade already. Okay, so what is the 70.5 level? The 70.5 level is 6567.5. I got out 3 points just right below that, and that is good enough. So if you measure the fulcrum point here, you're gonna get some levels also. Here up to here. Okay, you're gonna get the 1.25 level, and you're gonna see where we reach, guys. That's the retracement level. Bam, bam. What's the high? 6566.75. What's the 1.25 retracement level? 6566.5. One tick above for efficient price delivery. Bam! There we go. Easy peasy. Look at that. Look at that. Look at that. So this is the 5-minute fair value gap. So I'll just recap a bit with this trade again, okay? For 5-minute fair value gap, here also another 5-minute fair value gap. So first, based on this premise, because under here we just cleared sell side, okay, and this is the first fair value gap. This is the second. This is the 15-minute inversion fair gap. In the 5-minute, you see is also the same one because you got volume balance. Then I'm not gonna enter right away because I want to see maybe price might want to reach here. This is the first lowest entry, okay. But the fact that it traded inside this 15-minute fair value gap, though I'm not even touching the CE of it, okay, when it's so close to it, and then closing above it. This is when what? This is when it's telling me, okay, the 15-minute inversion fair value gap is valid right now. All this 5-minute inversion fair value gap is valid right now because it's 5 minutes, we find to 15 minutes, it's still the same fair value gap. That is why when price entered here, that's why I go long. I long basically inside this inversion fair value gap. But on 3 minutes, can you see any entry thing? No. But on 1 minute, you can see that it is on 1 minute you can see that where I enter, right, is we got a volume balance here. Okay. And that's basically why I enter based on the 5-minute inversion fair value gap. On 1 minute that we have volume balance. On 1 minute we also have this wick. Okay, and there we go. So the fact that we cannot even trade into the wick also tells us something. Okay, upper quadrant is 6551.5. What is the low? 6551.25. So one tick below the upper quadrant and start sending it higher. Then when it starts sending it higher here, we form another 5-minute fair value gap here. But on 1 minute, because we form a CBC and it traded into like that, I'm already pretty confident that price is not going to reach for here. So what can I do here? I can put a long entry, stop long entry at the closing price of when price reach here and reject. I can put a open close entry level and I place my stop loss here, and I'm going to just reach higher, and there we go. We got the 70.5 retracement level and the buy side is still here. So do we need to reach for there? No, we don't need to. But what? There's no but. It doesn't matter whether you reach there. All I want to be is profitable. That's all that matters to me. Okay. I think we can get the 3.5 level, which is close to the buy side. Okay. Okay, one tick below it. So never mind, it's fine. Okay. Anyway, that's it for me today. Very beautiful trade today. Using everything that I have studied, everything that I have come to, everything that I have realized. There we go. And if you're going to really measure this inversion fair value gap, you're going to be shocked. Okay, you're going to be shocked if you measure this fair value gap. What did I told you? Don't worry. Don't worry. Look at that. What's the upper quadrant level? 6547.75. So the fact that the low came at 6548, not wanting to reach one tick to the upper quadrant, that tells us a story. What is that saying? Here. And on a 5-minute chart, literally price straight to it, but why doesn't it want to reach there? Look at the low. One tick, and it can touch the upper quadrant of the 15-minute fair value gap. But it didn't. It rejected higher. That is telling what? That is telling firmness. That's why when this one close above this, when this one enter, bam, you better enter already. And my stop loss, I'm just gonna place at this swing low. You guys see it right now? That's why when this volume balance form, bam, I'm gonna enter here. Why? Because we failed to reach the upper quadrant. I'm gonna enter just long here, 6552. Stop loss, I'm gonna be placed right below 6552 to 6548. That is 4 points only. And I'm gonna ride it up to the fair value gap here, and the terminus is the 70.5 level, and bam, we reached there beautifully. And here my stop loss trail here, no, it's not gonna give it to me. It came down for retracement, stop in this order block here, boom, smash higher to the 70.5 level. 70.5 level comes at what? 70.5 level comes at 6567.5. So entry level is 6552. 6552 to 6567. Let's just count. 5. 6567 6 6 6 7 1 5. 15 points. 15 points. There we go. $75. And that's it for today, guys.